Welcome. This is the 31st episode of Speedify Live. I'm your host, Alex Gizis, and our special guest tonight is Layla Giovanna, singer, songwriter, producer. Hey, Layla.
Hey, how are you?
Who's that?
I had to bring in my cat. It's just, if you know me, I'm obsessed with cats. So this is Pepino.
Pepino. Hey.
We should have put him on the flyer too as a special guest.
That's right, we should have. We'll see if I can get my dog to appear later.
All right.
So right now, talk about our software setup. We are using Restream Studio, and then I am streaming across Speedify and 3 different internet connections to Restream, which is then sending this to Facebook and Twitch and Twitter and YouTube, wherever you're watching it, that's where it's going. And we're live. This is totally live. So if people have, questions or whatever, post them in the comments underneath. We will see them. And, Layla or me, if any of you have any questions for me for any reason, it seems unlikely, but just ask them below and we will answer them.
I was going to say my cat just got a shout out.
All right, there we go. Woo! So a little later, Layla's actually going to sing for us live. This is going to be our most musical episode ever. Well, on the time we let the DJ take over and just play music for 2 hours. So second most musical episode ever. That was Wani. He was awesome. So this is Speedify Live. Speedify is our software that lets you use multiple internet connections at the same time. So at this second, I'm actually streaming this across a tethered cell phone, a Wi-Fi, and an Ethernet. So, even if I do something foolish like kick the Ethernet cable out, the stream will continue. So pretty exciting. And other than that, mostly we're just going to talk about streaming and music and, what makes Layla so awesome. So, Layla, can you tell us a little bit about, how long you've been singing?
Yeah.
How did you get started here?
I feel like most artists will give this answer. It's like, I can't pinpoint a time when I started singing, but from what I know from my family, I've been always singing, but I started keyboard lessons when I was around 5, 6, and then that kind of transpired into singing lessons. And then, so I would say probably around 7, as young as that is, I was already very serious about singing. And then I was in choirs and did competitions, and then got me to where I am today.
Nice. So I understand during the pandemic, you were doing a lot of streaming over the internet. Why don't we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, the streaming wasn't always my thing. I would say I get more nervous for streams rather than live performances, whether I'm on stage and stuff, which I always would question, because I was like, in a stream, you're at least in the comfort of your own home. But for me, for some reason, just being on a webcam made me so nervous. So in the beginning, I got discouraged a lot, just because I felt like I didn't have that interaction. But then as time went by and we realized okay, live concerts are not coming back anytime soon. Yeah, I had to get used to it. It was very beneficial with connecting with people, and I think I was able to connect with a lot more people in different areas than I would have been if I was just maybe playing in New York and in Philly. So I'm very appreciative of that. So I think I tried to really use it as a way to build my platform.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So where did you stream to?
So
Facebook or YouTube or
Yeah. So usually it was YouTube or Facebook, even Instagram Live, but some of the ones we did on Zoom as well. So, but I have to say, just like getting onto this program and this service, it's been very easy. So I love it. Just had to put that out there.
Oh, this software, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just been very easy.
They're, I'm sorry. Come here, come here.
It's all good.
Why don't you come on the stream? Are you gonna come here? He's not. I'm so sorry. Keep
Oh
talking.
no, it's all good. My cats will probably start crying.
There we go. All right, he is gone. The thing I don't understand about my dog is that he understands when the camera is on, and he avoids it. Right? I mean, he'll try to get up on my lap if the camera's off, but as soon as we start streaming, he's hiding and sneaking
And it
around.
makes him, he has anxiety for cameras then.
Yeah, he totally does.
I understand.
And I don't know how he developed. Like, how does he know this is a camera?
Intelligent.
But he's smart enough to figure that out. So that's a problem. And cameras and microphones. I mean, what are you using? Do you know?
Yeah, right now I'm just using the Mac hookup with the speaker and mic, just because I'm actually home in Philadelphia, right outside Philadelphia, where my family lives. And I forgot my, I have a USB mic, and I forgot my adapter because the new Macs, you have to have like a certain adapter
Yeah.
for them. So I
They're all
forgot
the tiny
it.
USB-C.
Yeah, I actually just ordered it on Amazon, but it did not come in time. So I forgot it, so I wasn't able to connect my mic. But when I was doing the live streams during the pandemic, I would usually connect with I have an Apogee mic, and then I would run that through Zoom. Not for Facebook Live, I'd usually just use the mic, but for Zoom, I ran it with the Apogee mic, and then my interface as well with my guitar, and then I would just have my headphones on, and usually I would just use my webcam that's in the computer.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised. Because microphones make this huge difference. Even I have this monstrosity, and it really does. It really does make a difference.
Yeah, you're coming. I don't know. I don't know how I sound to you, but you're coming in very crystal clear. It's very good quality.
Yeah. So I did one other thing, and I know they snapped at you not to touch any of the settings. There's a high resolution audio switch in the settings here. Maybe you should. And I tried switching it on. I'd never done it before tonight, and I was like, "Do not change any settings."
All right,
high resolution audio. That sounds good.
If anything goes wrong, you could take the blame, right?
Yeah. We'll blame Alex. That's how it always goes anyway, right? Cool. So, do you actually write your own songs? I was listening on Spotify, and your top couple of songs are actually covers, right?
My top songs are covers. But the one song that's up there too is Undo, and I wrote that with a friend of mine, Dolly. And most of my other songs that are mine that are on there, I've written or I've co-written. But I have so much unreleased material that I'm just waiting to put out into the world. So I'm very excited about that. A lot of that's all written and produced by me. So very excited about that.
So what's the plan for that? Are you going to do an album? Do people still do albums, or is it going to somehow be live streaming?
I was supposed to put out an EP, and I kept delaying it because the music wasn't right. I wasn't feeling it. Oh, this song didn't work. It wasn't what I saw in my head. It did not come out when I was producing and whatnot. So I ended up holding it back. So right now I don't have a release date for it. I have the whole concept and everything behind it, but the release date for the actual EP to drop is not out yet, but that is the plan, to release an EP and just continue releasing singles.
Right. So what's the revenue model? Have you played with like Patreon or whatever to try to get, people to sponsor you and pay? Or
to be completely honest, no, I have not. Usually
no NFTs yet?
No, I have not. I've been to be completely honest, I work a day job as well. I do like production assistant for different TV shows and commercials and stuff like that. So honestly, that's what's been helped funding my music career as well. So I haven't really done any reaching out to help with revenue and stuff as far as that.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Coulton's story is interesting. Like when he quit his job. Have you heard this about his thing a week?
Yeah. No, I do not think I have.
He basically set up a thing where I don't remember, he's asking for 20 or $50 from each of his fans, and then he promised that he would put out one song every week for the next 52 weeks. And he promised it, so then he had to come up with songs.
That's
And
so
apparently
smart,
people gave
though.
him money, and by the time he ended, he had like this catalog of songs, and some of them were really good, and he had a career going.
Wow, that's
And
genius. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he talks about how much pressure he put on himself, but what are you going to do? He promised he would have a song a week, and he took some money from some people, and he
Yeah,
had to come up with
I know something.
it.
As soon as you put something out and say you're gonna do something on social media, it's like you have to do it. There's no
You
turning
do
back,
have
and
to do
it's but it's good because it pushes you and motivates you, and you can't back out. So,
it. um, so in your clip, are you that somebody?
are you
There's
that
like a
somebody? Yeah.
lot of there's a lot of cats. Are those only your cats?
So I think there was just two in there, but
Uh,
I had at one point in
I'm allergic, so when I see cats, I sort of imagine there's more than.
yeah, there was probably I had like I said in that video there was two, but at one point in my apartment during the pandemic, we were fostering my sister and I. We had about 9 cats in the apartment that we were fostering. Now they were just little babies, so I don't know if it really counts because it's not like they were grown cats and they were in a playpen. Um, but yes, those two are mine, and then right now I'm here with three because they travel with me. They actually came to my last show, the Alfredo. He was in my car during the show, and my sister stayed out with him in Jersey, and then I drove home with him to Philadelphia, where I am now. So I'm a crazy cat person.
Cool. All right. I'm a dog guy. Um, so what kind of equipment do you? So obviously, I mean, today you're just on a laptop, but I mean, what do you think would be the ideal setup for home streaming? I mean, you mentioned a better mic,
I bet,
but
yeah, to get
and I see you got a nice background set up there, and I assume
yeah,
that's
these are
actually set up.
all billboard magazine pictures that I just like tore out of the magazine and hung them against my wall. I
It
would
really
say,
works.
and I'm definitely looking. I've been like looking into upgrading too, as well as like camera. So whether it's getting a better camera in general, or I'm looking to maybe get a streaming something that's really just meant for streaming to have that higher quality as well. So that would be definitely beneficial, I know. And then having a better mic, like I said, and just being able to fully connect as I guess as I would be recording a song, have that quality into
Yeah.
my live streams.
All right. We got Yujin Kim is saying that kitty fostering is the best.
She's
Only for those of you who aren't allergic.
hi Jenny.
So again, we are live. So wherever you're watching, you can just post comments, and in a little bit, she's going to sing a song for us live here. So tell your friends, get over here. Do you want to just play the song? Do you think we should just jump into this?
Whatever you think.
You're,
I got my guitar here. I'm ready to go when you are.
let's do this.
All right.
So what song are we doing, Layla?
Ooh. So I've been listening a lot to anyone who's watching this that knows Summer Walker. I've been listening a lot to her album. I was just had it on all day as I was getting ready for this, and yeah. So I'm actually this is not one off that album, but it's Much Love from California. Hey, hello from California. But this one is called Sessions 32. This is one of her songs that I absolutely love doing. So I thought maybe my cat's untuned my guitar because I saw him chilling over here with it, but I think we're okay. So where your love letters at? Thought it made me feel better. I finally got you on my bed, but I still can't get you out my head. I'm sending you one text at a time. I know you're by your phone. Boy, pick up your line. Hey, too proud to beg. What's been said has been said. And I need you to know you don't know what love is. And I need you to know you don't know. And you don't know what love is if you don't put up a fight. And you don't know what love is if you don't stay up all night crying. And you said you know what love is, but I swear you never seen it in your life. Ooh. Said I swear you never seen it in your life. Ooh. Said I swear you never seen it in your life. 'Cause you don't know what love is if you don't put up a fight. And you don't know what love is if you don't stay up all night crying. And you say you know what love is, but I swear you never seen it in your life. Ooh, love, love. Said I swear you never seen it in your life. Ooh, love, love. Said I swear you never seen it in your life. Thank you. I'll tell the comments.
Woo!
Thank you.
Ah,
Thanks.
you
I hope
can
we all
sing.
get thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
As
it. Thank
John
you.
Paul Kim says, he can sing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you to
That was
everyone who's
that was
tuned in.
that was awesome. Do you think we'll be able to make you sing another song a little later on? Maybe one of your
Yes.
originals?
Yeah, we can
All
do an
right.
original for sure.
All right. No, thank you for tuning in. Awesome. Nice. So how do you? So you said you produce all the stuff yourself too, right?
Yeah. That's been,
So
I would say, something within the last 2 years that I've focused on.
okay. So how do you do it? Like, you mentioned you have a Mac. I mean,
Yes.
what software are you working in, and
I'm
is there a process?
Team Logic and slightly Team Reason, just because I had to learn it when I was going to Berkeley. But definitely Team Logic. For me, when I'm like creating and producing, usually I'll start with either my guitar or piano. I'll lay out some chords, and then I build from there. So I'll lay out the chords, and then I'll start writing maybe a melody. And then once I can kind of sit back and see what I created, then I'll go in and be like, all right, I want to change this up. Maybe I want to add this drum. Like that. It all depends, and it all depends what mood I'm in too. If I'm gonna be writing sad or I'm gonna be writing happy.
Right. Cool. So when it comes to others like drums and stuff, do you work with a drummer? Or you into drum machines?
Drum machine on Logic. I have a bunch of plugins and quantizing on Logic because I am not a drummer. So definitely just electronic drums.
Right. Okay. So what do you play?
Piano
guitar,
and guitar.
piano.
Piano, guitar. If you want to count ukulele, but I feel like I don't know.
I do want to count ukulele.
I remember one time someone I had said something about playing a ukulele, and they were like, "No, it doesn't count." Like I was like, "Yes, it does. It's an instrument."
Yeah. So my daughter, plays guitar and piano, and at some point she wanted a ukulele, and so I bought her a ukulele, and 3 days later she was playing it. So I think it might not. I think it might not count actually. Like the person might have a point, right? Or other instruments.
Maybe. I mean, it's still an instrument, so we can't discredit that.
So call me V. Are sad songs or happy songs better?
For me personally, I know a lot of people disagree, but I love sad songs. I feel like that's my go-to. I would say I'm a very happy person in general. I'm very like upbeat when you meet me and stuff. But with my music, that's the time that I kind of, I guess process all the emotions and everything I've been through, and that's when I let everything out. So usually a lot of my music tends to be on the sadder and mellow side for sure.
Are there that many happy songs? I mean, there are lots of sad songs, there are lustful songs, there are angry songs, right? Happy songs?
Right.
I mean,
And I feel like a
how
lot
many
of the
are there
happy
really?
songs, it's funny you say that because a lot of the happy songs, if you listen closely to the lyrics, they're not really always happy.
Right. Yeah,
So,
there's in the song "Happy," right? Pharrell.
oh
There's
yes,
some funny, like, he's very angry at the person he's singing it to, right?
right, right. But yet it sounds like it's a total dance song. Every party, every graduation has it on.
Yeah, yeah. He's kind of like, I'm happy despite everything you've done.
It
So
worked.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, happy seems very tough to do in a song.
Clap a
So
lot. I'm just going through some of the comments right
yeah,
now
yeah.
on the side. Thank you, Ginny. Artist. Your go-to artist when you study. Thank you. Hey, DCX. Shout out to DCX. You did an interview with DCX Nick.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, I was tuned in, and yeah. So shout out to them. Thank you for helping us connect and everything. Shout out to Nick.
Hey Nick. Yeah, that was good. We'll have to have him on again when he's not in the car.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was in the car driving.
It was fine,
Show, right?
but it makes me think, yeah, we could do better next time. Yeah, yeah.
He said yes. He said yes.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah. We're definitely gonna have to invite him again. He seems to appreciate me.
Oh, very much. All good words. I'm very excited to be here.
So that's
Wait,
good. All right.
I'm so confused. Hey, say hi to the
Really?
boys for me. But yeah, it says Layla
From
Giovanna.
I don't know who that is. So that's very confusing.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to be you. So yeah, a hacker. Sad attempt at being a hacker, I suppose. All right, cool. So how much have you changed over the years? I mean, obviously from 7 to today, I'm sure you've changed an awful lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about this actually with Nick, and I were talking about this maybe a couple weeks ago, that how much I have grown since even when I met him when I was in like my mid like teenage, like 16, 17. How much I've grown too. So from 7 to now, I've definitely been through a lot of different things that have shaped me into him who I am as an artist. When I was little, I mean, I was very, very quiet to the point where I remember in like second or third grade, the teacher wrote on my report card that I like failed at socializing basically, and that I needed to I needed to go play with the kids, because I remember I would just recess, I would just be in a corner and be by myself, and music was like my expression. I'd come home and I would sing, and then when I started playing guitar, I would just write about it, and I would just be in my room. That was me on the weekends. So I would say from now I've gotten a lot more comfortable being in front of people. I started performing live when I was about 15. So since then too, I remember being so nervous anytime I had to sing, and to the point where my voice would crack. Couldn't even hold the guitar. But I've gotten a lot more comfortable in my own skin. So I feel like that's kind of showcased in my music now and just who I am as a person.
Right, right. Awesome. So what do you listen to yourself? What
Um,
bands, what artists?
oh, who do I listen to? I thought you were asking
Yeah.
me who. We actually have the hacker information. You're logged into my computer, so that's actually my sister, and that was actually my sister. I must have been. That's
All
her.
right.
She always tells me don't go on my computer, so this is her comeback at me, I guess.
I
Um,
see.
but who do I listen to? So
Yeah.
lately, a lot of Summer Walker, because she just dropped her new album. But Miguel has been a huge inspiration of mine since, gosh, I guess 2012, when I believe that was when he kind of first started, making waves in the industry. Even before then, and Alicia Keys, Amy Winehouse, Alessia Cara. Definitely, I tend to listen to. I tend to draw a lot of inspiration from R&B music and soulful music and acoustic soul, acoustic pop. I like when I hear music. I like being able to hear all the elements, and I like things to kind of have bare bones to them, and then let the vocal carry the tracks.
Right, right. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of musicians end out coming out with the shocking lists of music that's nothing like theirs. Although I think you just
Really,
named
though,
some
it's so
people who
true.
are who you kind of fit in
I
with?
think I would like to say that I always like stuck to my roots, because I along the way I've definitely met people that have tried to change me and make me, whether it was into like an EDM artist or super pop, and it was just not me, and it never resonated, so it never made it out there, I guess. Thankfully.
All right. Yeah. A friend of mine is a rapper, and he was playing his early like EDM music. He's like, I'm so glad no one knows any of this exists.
Oh yeah, there's definitely stuff on my computer that I'm. Or I was actually the other day I was going through my old, because I'm back home at my parents' place, and I was going through some of my old boxes of my songwriting stuff, and I was like, wow, you were a really dark child, just because I was so emotional, and I was like, what was I writing? I don't even know. Like, you would have thought that I was like 30 and going through this like horrible heartbreak, but here I am like 12, not dealing with any of that. So I don't know. It's like some of that music. I hope it never makes it out.
So I've heard you're an honorary citizen of Italy. Is that
Oh
correct?
yes, yeah. I wonder
What's
if
the
any of
story there?
my Italian family is tuned in, or any Italian fans or anything. So 2018. First off, I'm Italian, and I went to the island where my family's from. It's called Ischia. Shout out to Ischia, and I was there for the summertime. It was probably in June or July, and usually my family goes in the summertime and they'll stay a month or 2 months. And I had just released some music, so when I got there, they had put me in the newspaper, and they told me that they wanted me to perform at an event. So I went to the event. It was like kind of like halfway to the top of the mountain, um, and I got there, and I remember being like super, like just soaked in sweat because it was so hot.
Yeah.
We didn't drive. We walked up this like hill to get this, like maybe 20 minutes. We were just walking, trucking up there, me and my mom, and I had a guitar on my back. And I get up there, and they're like, oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So they ended up, having the newspaper there. They were taking photos, and they ended up awarding me. I had no idea, as an honorary citizen for my music. So I'm up there, like, there's definitely a picture out there that I'm looking a little rough because it was so hot. And it's like, I'm running up there. And anyway, it was a complete honor, to have that, the island recognize my music and everything like that. So unfortunately, since then, I was supposed to go back in last year, and I wasn't able to because of the pandemic. And so I'm hoping to get back this summer. So because unfortunately I haven't been back since I've, become an ambassador on the island. So
All
hopefully
right.
soon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are tuned in, we are live. So if you have questions, comments, throw them down there. Lots of people have been. We've been chatting with Layla's fans, and
I've been
it's been
caught
awesome.
red-handed. Okay, now
And
my
she's
sister logs onto her account, and she's like, caught red-handed. All right.
that's your sister there, Maria.
Yes, Maria. Yep.
All right. So 2021, we're almost done here. Any summary thoughts? How's this year been for you?
2020. To be completely honest, I feel like this is for everyone though, but it's been like a blur, a complete, like, I have no timeline of, okay, this happened, then everything just kind of seems to mush. Um, but I would say it's been good for me. I feel like I've made a lot of big changes for things, so I would say I'm happy with the year, but I'm ready for the next year.
Yeah. I keep saying last year and meaning 2019.
Wait, is it
Right?
like, I had to think for a second?
Like
I was like, wait,
it's
was
2020.
last year?
I've just forgotten that 2020 happened.
It is. It's just so weird. I feel like from 2020 to even like 2019, the end of 2019 till now, it just kind of just
Seems like
all
it's about
mushes
9 months, right?
It does. It hasn't it been. It's gonna go on to 2 years, right, since the pandemic started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's
getting
everything just
close there.
mushes together. Hopefully,
So,
2022 is better for us.
so what are you going to do in 2022? You got plans? You got goals?
Hopefully get. Oh, of course, of course. Hopefully get onto a tour. That was my plan in 2020, but the pandemic had other plans for us. So getting on a tour, and getting around the West and East Coast, and even getting to over to Italy and doing some dates in the main island and things like that, and putting out this EP that I unfortunately am delayed on. But in my defense, I don't have any recollection of time, so maybe it's just it's happening. It's still in the works. But getting the EP out, some music videos, just continue building, and I'm a lot better. I'm in a lot better position, if that's how I could say it. But in getting to where I'm just doing music full time and don't have to work my day job anymore, and it seems like this year kind of showed me that was possible, and now I'm working to make that happen. That I'm fully doing music and don't have to do my day job.
That's right. Yeah, and that'll be a big step. So, you want to do another song?
Yes. I'm trying to think which one. I don't have my trusty K-bow with me. That is like.
I was gonna say I have one, but it turns out that's
it's
kind of
funny
useless,
because
isn't it?
if you ask guitar players, like a lot of guitar players with capos, they're like, you're cheating. No, it doesn't count. Get the capo. But the thing is, I do a lot of shows and gigs that are like 3-4 hours, and it's just me. So my hands get super tired to keep barring chords. So the capo's like an easy little escape and cheat sheet. This one I wrote actually this year with my friend Dolly that I wrote Undo with. It's called Simple Girl. I wrote this one after I went through a breakup, so of course it's sad, right? Say it to my face, you're a lie, didn't love me. Guess I was just easy and convenient. Didn't have to try much, I was thankful for the time spent. I just wanted to feel needed. Now I'm searching for some answers, scrolling through your social, see you got somebody new, she looks conceited, babe. She's nothing like me, or maybe she's just a better version than you have been feeling. I bet she wears the eyes that you like, stunning in name brands I can never buy. And when she walks, all eyes on her. Sorry I was not that girl. I guess to you, I'm average. I don't need all the finer things. I'm a simple girl, guitar in a head and heart on the sleeve. Maybe I'm better without you, 'cause now I don't have to pretend to be someone so different than who I really am. But I'm only being me. So do what makes you happy. We would go for walks, I would talk, you would listen. Putting flowers in my head, things were perfect. I don't know what changed, you stayed on your phone more. I guess what's on my mind now ain't really worth it. I've been going through the motions, my eyes ain't open. Hanging on to things I'm not supposed to. Had me reminiscing, staring at the ceiling. Wonder if she loves you deep like I do. Stepping out of fancy cars at the club. But your supermodel, is it ever enough? Fake friends who don't know your name. Sorry, we just ain't the same. I guess to you, I'm average. I don't need all the finer things. I'm a simple girl, guitar in hand, out on the sleeve. Maybe I'm better without you, 'cause now I don't have to pretend to be someone so different than who I really am. But I'm only being me. So do what makes you happy. I cut it down a little short because I realized that I was remembering the old bridge to that song, and I did not want my friend that I wrote it with to be like, wow, you forgot our bridge and did your old bridge. So I cut it a little short. Just
All right. That was awesome, ladies
Thank
and
you, thank you.
gentlemen. Layla
Speedify,
Giovanna. So
Speedify is
put
so
put
dope for this.
so
Speedify,
yeah,
yes, thank you so much for having me. I would definitely be tuning into a lot more lives and hopefully be able to use the platform as well.
cool. Yeah, so everybody, obviously we are live, so if you want to post how awesome she is, she will see it. There
Beautiful. Thank you.
you go. It was beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
John
you.
Paul. Uh, yeah, so plans on travel now that things are. You talked about a tour.
Yeah. Definitely tour. As far as, do you mean like as far as like vacationing or anything like that, or just?
I meant as far as like tour. Any
Oh,
idea?
okay, okay,
Any
okay.
idea when you'll be going where or?
I hope by spring, so getting it set up in the winter time, and then by spring. Definitely want to get back to California. I went right before the pandemic, maybe a couple weeks before we got on lockdown. I did a show there with So Far Sounds. So definitely with California, getting back there. I'm in New York, but maybe some more upstate and Boston. Definitely getting back to Italy, like I mentioned, and my goal too would be to get over to the UK. I have some fans over there, and I'm a huge fan of. I can't believe I didn't even mention him. Wow, I feel like an idiot. James Arthur is a huge inspiration of mine. He just came out with an album too, and he's from the UK. So I would love to get over there and do some shows over there.
Nice. Comments keep coming in. Very nice voice. Are you thinking of going on those TV shows with singers, American Idol or whatever? Yeah, you could do
No
pretty well.
comment. No. um, yeah. You know what? I think I was reading something you had sent over about like asking about the talent shows, if I've been in talent shows. When I was younger, I remember clearly doing like a local American Idol. I must have been like 11, maybe even 10, and I was doing a local American Idol. And I told my mom that if I don't get through, I'm never singing again. And here we are now. So for me, talent shows, I appreciate them, but at the same time, I think that a lot of them don't allow you to be your true authentic self as an artist, and they're very
Yeah.
judgmental on certain things that maybe I'm not too fond of. But I don't want to completely say no, because maybe one day. But as of right now, that's not my direction I'm going in.
Yeah, I don't know. I watch those sometimes and think like, how far would the Beatles have gotten here?
Yeah, and it's
Second
funny.
round, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And you never. So
Like,
I think too, working. I had mentioned I do production assistant. I also do a little bit of like casting for different things, for commercials and small projects like that. And you never know. You never know what they're looking for too. Like maybe you look like someone's ex, or maybe you remind them of someone in their family they don't really like. So I always keep that in the back of my mind when I do these things, because I used to get so offended and so upset, and I would literally sit there and tell my mom, never do music again. This is awful. And then I was
yeah,
like,
I know.
no, it's just one person
They have
judging me.
so many people coming in.
Right, right.
It's just overwhelming for them to try to find someone, right?
Hello to the hater.
Yeah, we got our first hater. That's great.
Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know.
I
Hi.
mean, let's just put them on. Look, is this just a video on loop?
It is. I've been
No.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. We included this in our video on loop.
Yeah, we've been on loop, and you're gonna keep hearing the same thing. So, hey, I
So,
just
all right,
limited games. Hey.
all right. So, all right. Here's somebody asking, "What is your greatest musical achievement?"
My greatest musical achievement. I would say I try to look at every little thing I do as like a little achievement to the next step in my career, next phase. And I would say my biggest musical achievement so far has probably been when I played at the Apollo Theater in 2016.
That's pretty
I
good.
Yeah, I came in second place in the amateur night competition, and my dad and I would always watch that when I was little. And I told him one day I'm going to go on it, and I went there, and it was crazy crowd, crazy energy. And like I said, I came in second place with an original one, and Yeah, that was definitely my biggest moment. I think every performance I do, that's the performance that I look and I say, I can't wait to get back at that level of people and that energy. I don't think it's been met yet to this day for me.
Nice. All right. Thanks for letting us hear your songs. All right. All right. We appreciate
I
our
need a,
fans defending us. I think we'll.
I need a
Do
cup
we
of
leave
tea
this
right
alone, or do
now.
we amuse people by putting our hater on? Yeah, let's put our hater on. Why not?
I need
He's our
some.
first. I mean, we're this is our 31st episode, and this is our first hater in the comments.
I wonder if it's
So
someone who knows me. Maybe it's someone that knows me and has an issue with me.
could be. So why would a VPN be on Twitch? Because good question. Because our VPN is Speedify, and Speedify has some amazing things it does. It actually can, if you have more than one internet connection, it'll connect on all of them at the same time. So right now, I am connected on my iPhone, on my Wi-Fi, and on my Ethernet. So I can do crazy things like kick one of the cables out. We still stay online. So lots of people who are streaming. If you want to go back through our history, we went through Dracula's castle a couple weeks ago. Don't feed the troll. I'll feed the troll if I want to. Stereo.
All we know it could be, all we know it could be someone, maybe a little hater of mine, thinking that they're smart. Because why would they hate on Speedify? You guys have done
Yes.
nothing wrong.
We're unhateable, right? Look at us. Adorable. Oh man. It's terrible.
Nick's coming to this. Oh my god. All right. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna next question. Next question.
So I will say, you know, musician friends of mine from Philly have had good luck touring to Brooklyn because you can just jump in a car, drive up there, do a bunch of shows, and you're from out of town, right? So you get the respect of someone traveling, right?
Right. Like
Because if you're
right.
playing in your hometown, you're just a kid who wants to do music, right? But you drive up to
Right.
New York, and now you're on tour from Philadelphia, and it's
Exactly. No, it's so true.
90-minute difference.
And then it's like when I come back here, it's like, oh, now I'm in New York, so it's kind of like it's like you're coming back, and yeah, I'm like getting a little distracted by my those things going on the side. But let's not pay you any more attention because I don't know why you're being mean because no one's being mean here. So
I'm so excited.
all
My
right,
first hater, my first troll.
no,
We had our first spammer a week ago.
that is something I will say.
Trying to
Like
sell us stuff in the comments, but
that is something that I will say that I guess it's a good time to bring it up in music in general. You come across, yeah, definitely. I've come across a lot of people that are hating for one reason or not. And my thing is, if it's not affecting you, don't be an ass. Like that's all I'm saying. Don't be an ass. There's no one likes a mean person, and like if it's not affecting you, then don't be mean. Like don't say anything. Like if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. That's all I'm gonna say.
that's right. That's really cool.
I need to bring my cats in here to bring the love and peace back.
So your music right now, you're on SoundCloud and Spotify. I was listening to you on Spotify. You're on
Sound,
YouTube.
yeah, SoundCloud not so much because I when I was putting my covers up there, it was getting taken down because of the licensing. So SoundCloud not as much. I honestly haven't put anything up there for a while, but I was able to get licensing with Spotify for the cover songs. So Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, all those streaming services.
Right. So am I right that when you do a cover, actually, sort of the songwriters make more than you do? Is that right? Is that how it
Yes.
works? Out, yeah.
Yes. I can't think of the percentage. I should know this. If my teachers from my music school are watching this, they're like, "Wow, we drilled this in your head, and you don't know this." But I forgot the exact amount. But they're paid a percentage of the cover fee, like the songwriters and the publishers, and then I get a small percentage as well, but not as much.
Right. On that. All right, it's time to start blocking people.
I have this friend. I hope she's tuned in. I'm not going to mention her name, but just my best friend, and she is the person that, like, if you just annoy, block. Like, I wish I could have that. Like, she's just amazing. I give her so much credit to just block. You annoyed me. Block. You're rude. Block. Because sometimes people just need it. There's nothing else to say.
That's right. That's right. Um, cool. So what else should we talk about? Talk about your
um,
music.
Yeah, I don't any questions about my music and or anything like you've asked me a bunch of questions, but anything like in particular maybe anyone has about I so wanna um
All right, that's not
okay,
funny anymore.
yeah, you're just being an ass.
Hey, cool. So you've just been recording stuff at home? Is that what you're doing these days? I mean, do
Yeah,
you go into a
yeah.
studio or it's all at home? I mean, I know you said you produced at
Yeah,
home.
at home. So at home is my thank you, Roland. Shout out to Roland. Um, I know for me, definitely during the pandemic, what I was doing is I was going into the car to record because a couple months I was in home with my family. Like I was at, in outside of Philadelphia with them. And while I was here, it was so hard because the house is pretty small and it was four of us. And, being an Italian family household, there's so much yelling and it's just always crazy. So I would try to go in my room and make music, and it was not happening. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do? Because I'm obviously like locked in the house now till who knows when. So my parents have an SUV. So I put the seat down and I made like a little studio space in the SUV. And I did some like cover like videos that I have on Instagram, and then I would just record as well. Um, so that was something that I started to do during the pandemic. And then, of course, now I just record in my apartment. If I'm here, it's kind of like traveling stuff, even though I forgot my USB adapter, like I was telling you. So can't use my mic right now. But yeah, I do have a home setup. Um, and sometimes my shout out to DCX. They have a studio as well, and I've used that over the years for different things. So, um, yeah, if that answers your
Cool.
question.
So next question: what was the first song you learned to play on guitar? And the answer is Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Oh, it's not asking me. That's the first song I learned on guitar.
Oh,
It's fantastic. You just go up. You can just go up and down on the E string.
what was the first song?
Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
That was the first song ever you learned?
Yeah. Well, so as a little kid, I took some guitar lessons and was terrible and quit. And I don't remember any of it, right? And then as an adult, I decided to play guitar. So I bought
Okay,
a
and that was
guitar,
when you got back into it. That was like the
played
first
that
song.
played that via YouTube, and then I went out and got lessons. I'm terrible. You're never gonna hear me play. But so, what was the
Right.
first song you learned to play on guitar?
For oh, okay, I know this is. I for a second I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember, but I 1,000% remember. I was in eighth grade, and I learned "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus, and I performed it at my eighth grade graduation. That was like my first time performing, I think, with my guitar out. So I think I was 13. I was always young. It was like 13 or 14 when I graduated. I don't remember. But I performed it live at my graduation, and there is video, but it's blocked,
Ooh,
so no one can see it on YouTube because, like we were saying, it's awful. It's awful when you go back and those things. So it's like private in my YouTube, one of my old
yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
accounts. It's somewhere in there, but that was the first song I played. I think I know how to play it now too. I just think of the chords. It should come to me.
Right.
Most
Stereo's
challenging.
asking about challenging musical genres for you as a singer.
I'm looking at the top from John Paul.
Yeah.
Mr. Speedify plays guitar too.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so what
Actually,
was
that's my
most
daughter.
challenging?
That's my daughter's guitar behind me. But minor review.
Most challenging music approach as a singer. As a singer, I pull a lot of R&B influences in my performances, but R&B is one of those I feel like the genres that are just crazy with the vocals. I mean, you have people doing crazy runs and riffs, and I think is a very hard genre to do well. So I still have so much to learn, and I listen to some of the greats and trying to even approach like 10% of what they do. It's just I think it's a genre that's there's like no limits what the vocals can do.
Yeah. All right.
Plug your 90s throwback. Yes, I dropped my 90s. Ginny, I dropped my 90s throwback today. Say My Name, Destiny's Child. I've been having so much fun with these because I love the music from the 90s. So I've been having a lot of fun with these. And my cat was supposed to make a appearance, but they never walked in for this one, so they didn't make their appearance.
So so you dropped it today. Where do we find it?
Yes, on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, but the main video, the whole video is on YouTube, on my YouTube channel.
All right. Have we posted the URL or something for that, or just look for Layla?
Yeah, Layla.
How do people find it for those who've just found you here?
Layla Giovanna, Say My Name, by Destiny's Child. It should pop up. Let's see.
Nice.
Don't mind trolls. They need love. Yes, they do, because we're all being nice here. We don't take hate. Let's see. Okay, never mind. I'm not even gonna pay any attention. If you could do collab with any artist, dead or alive, who, damn, this is a hard one. This is a very hard one. Because I know I'm gonna say something, and then I'm gonna go back and listen to this and be like, "Wow, you really said that when you should have said this artist." But as of right now, I would say James Arthur. Right now, that might change.
Dead or alive?
That's deep, Nick. That's deep.
Over Aretha Franklin? Over the Beatles?
Oh, so don't put me there. See, now I'm gonna be like, wow. See, like that's why I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna answer this one.
I mean, obviously, there's no right answer.
Stevie Nicks. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, that could be good.
Now don't do this to me because all day I'm gonna Whitney Houston. Like don't
do
that.
So what song would you do with Stevie Nicks?
Oh my god. What if we could write an original?
Yeah.
That's what I would be thinking. If we collabed, I would hoping it would be an original. But obviously, not. I don't know why this question is so difficult because now, like I said, I'm gonna go back and be like, I should have said this person. Now I feel awful.
It feels high stakes, but it's actually like totally unimportant, right?
Right. As of right now, James Arthur. I'm just gonna say it. That's all right.
You're sticking with it. There's so many more options here.
And thank you. I think Nick shared the link as well for my video for my 90s throwback cover. So thank you. Appreciate that. It's a YouTube link.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's just the options I guess are limitless. So yeah, I feel like my answer would change every couple months, every couple days, every couple hours probably.
Yeah. That's cool.
Rebecca.
All right. Anything you want to leave us with? I think we're coming up on an hour here.
Yeah. Just anyone who tuned in, thank you. I appreciate it. And you can follow me. Can I plug myself?
Oh, but one of you. Yeah. Plug away, please.
Oh, but one. Oh, okay. I'm gonna plug myself. So you can follow me on. Well, actually, I don't know where everyone's tuned in from, but I'll be in Philly for a live show on the 3rd and the 4th. The 3rd is at Letta and the Swan. It's a cool lounge. I believe it's in Center City. I don't know exactly, but I think might be close to Center City. That's Letta and the Swan. And then a restaurant I'll be at on Saturday. It's called Figo. And then I'll be back in Hoboken for a performance on the 18th, which I believe is a Sunday. I have to get the name of that place. And then, I have a lot of things planned for the new year and new shows. And, if you want to follow me, let me plug myself. If you want to follow me at Instagram, it's instagram.com/. Well, why would anyone put the .com? You'd be going on your app, so they don't even need that. But in case you're going on your browser, Layla, LAELA _ Giovanna, and then Twitter _ Giovanna, Layla _
So what
Giovanna.
social networks are you most on? Like, is
Um,
Instagram where you hang out, or Twitter, or both?
I would say Instagram is my main platform. Twitter too, a little diary. So I would say if you want to get to know me, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find my music on Spotify, YouTube, all of that stuff.
All right, awesome. So I'll be back on Tuesday, same time, 5 o'clock Eastern, with a rather different show. We're gonna have the Reverend Jason Ferris from Old Pine Church in Philadelphia on. Jason was he was a documentary filmmaker before he had his calling,
Wow.
and running this church. It's it was the Church of the the American Revolution. This church played a big part, and then when COVID hit, he switched everything to online. And
Wow.
professional filmmaker, he did the best job I saw of anyone streaming church services online.
You said
And
Tuesday 5 o'clock.
Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
Tuesday 5 o'clock. I will be tuned
And
in. You'll see me in the comments.
very musically talented group at that church. So he had calling remotely to bring in choir people, and had different people in different places. They were all separated, but he still had music. He did a really nice job, and I'm kind of excited to get into.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. It sounds very
it.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
All right.
I'll say hi in the comments.
All right, and we'll
thank you to everyone who tuned in and to all the beautiful comments. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you, Layla. Everybody check her out online. She told you how. And good night. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.